Hey everybody, it is Monday, June 20th, and this is our third Monday meditation of the summer. Let's get right into it. Open your Bibles along with me as we read 1 Peter chapter 5, verses 6 through 7, as they go like this. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God, so that at the proper time he may exalt you, casting all your anxieties on him because he cares for you. Now, after prefacing that verse, and before we jump into the main substance of what we're going to be tackling today, I call for a time of prayer to reflect on what Peter is saying to the people of modern day Turkey and that call for humility, and see where you can experience that in your lives or find that in your life. Now, understanding our anxieties and then, bringing God into that conversation is something that's not easy for anybody. But there are some questions that we need to ask ourselves so we can fully understand what we're getting into. One of them being, are there some anxieties that are worse than others? So as we experience on this earth, we might be keen to say yes, because there are things that we go through that we would probably say are worse than others. But as we know, there is nothing that is overbearing to God. God is the highest, God is the greatest. There are no anxieties that are too big for him or too big for him to take the burden of. He died for us and was willing to take every one of our anxieties. Getting into the next question, are there any anxieties that God doesn't care about? The answer is no. I mean, God sent his son. His son on earth experienced all of the anxieties that we do. It's just so happened that he's perfect. There is nothing that God doesn't care about. If his son experienced it and we're experiencing it, God cares just as much for us as he did his son. After we soaked all this information in, it is important, necessary for us to know what it means to cast. To cast something means to completely let it go or release it, having no bearing, not bound to yourself anymore. What anxieties do you need to cast unto God today? Is there something that's troubling you or has been troubling you for some time that you might not have come to terms with God yet, that he's waiting on you to hear about, to talk to you about? God is that person who hears everything, hears you through and throughout, and will take you at anything. Whether it's your lowest point, your greatest anxiety, your greatest fear, he knows it, he understands it, and he loves you regardless. So I think it's important for us to know that. A way that we can start this off in prayer is, Lord, today I cast this, anxiety, fear, onto you, Lord, and I trust that you care for me. So take this time after this to reflect on this Monday meditation. Send that prayer, reflect on humility, clear-mindedness, and thank y'all for tuning in for our third Monday meditation, and I hope y'all have a great rest of your week.